Welcome back. As you and I prepared to enjoy this Labor Day weekend, let's take a look back to Labor Day 1980, when then presidential candidate Ronald Reagan kicked off his campaign at Liberty State Park in New Jersey. And with Lady Liberty in the background, we'll listen to some excerpts of that speech that still ring true today.
I'm here because it is the home of Democrats, because I believe today that in this country there are millions of Democrats who are just as unhappy with the way things are as all the rest of us are. It's fitting that on Labor Day we meet beside the harbors, the waters, I should say, of New York Harbor, with the eyes of Miss Liberty on our gathering, and in the words of the poet whose lines are inscribed at her feet, on the air-bridged harbor that twin cities frame. The President promised that he would not increase taxes for the low and middle-income people, the workers of America. Then he imposed on American families the largest single tax increase in our nation's history. His answer to all this misery? He tries to tell us that we're only in a recession, not a depression, as if definitions, words, relieve our suffering. Let it show on the record that when the American people cried out for economic help, Jimmy Carter took refuge behind a dictionary. Well, if it's a definition he wants, I'll give him one. A recession is when your neighbor loses his job. A depression is when you lose yours. And recovery is when Jimmy Carter loses his. But here, beside that torch that many times before in our nation's history has cast a golden light in times of gloom, I pledge to you, I'll bring new hope to America. This country needs a new administration with a renewed dedication to the dream of an America, an administration that will give that dream new life and make America great again.
Now let's fast forward to today and take a look at what Labor Day really means to us as Americans. For more on that, we're pleased to be joined by Newsmax contributor Morgan Thompson.
Thanks, JD. Yes, it's the start of Labor Day weekend, and for most of us, that means a welcome day off work and the end of summer. But what is it really all about? It's a celebration of the American labor movement and the contributions of U.S. workers. In 1886, President Grover Cleveland signed it into law as a national holiday the first week in September. Traditionally celebrated with parades and barbecues, it is also one of the biggest shopping weekends of the year. Many retailers have record sales. The irony of this is with 24% of the American workforce in retail, the largest sector, those workers not only have to work on Labor Day, but typically work longer hours. Labor Day also marks the kids going back to school, which makes it a big travel weekend. And this year, it's especially popular. AAA predicts 35.5 million Americans will travel over 50 miles from home, the highest number since 2008. It also reports air travel is up 1.5% this weekend, the highest since 2007. No doubt the low cost of fuel we are currently enjoying plays a part in these numbers. But if you haven't made any travel plans yet, it's not too late. Orbitz reports airline prices are down 11%, and many of the top destinations are offering room and package specials. And those low fuel costs I mentioned make a road trip a great option too. Whether you celebrate the upcoming holiday traveling, shopping, or just relaxing, myself and the entire Newsmax team wish you a safe and fun weekend. Back to you, JD.
Thanks, Morgan. And just think, a year from Monday, the general election campaign will kick off, but a whole lot of politicking in between as both major parties pick a presidential nominee. Now, we always invite your comments. Let me do that again. If you have something to say, send your comments to us at newsmaxtv.com/comments. That'll do it for tonight. Stay brave, stay free, stay tuned.